Susie Johnson would go to again, given Scott's impact in the last set if she feels it's needed.
Milwaukee's won the first point in each of the first 3 sets, but this time Felice with the changeup. The off speed gets down.
You made one baseball reference earlier, Max. I'll make another. Yanlis Felice, like one of those pitchers who has 5, 6, maybe even 7 different pitches. You never quite know what she's going to throw at you, and it's hard to be prepared for all of the possibilities.
He's got everything you can have in the tool bag. Playing a great serve. Dumped over. Zagumny. That's her first kill of the day.
I think this is only the second time tonight we've even seen her try that. And well-timed there, Zagumny. Came into tonight with 17 kills on the year, so it's not a totally foreign concept.
Into the net there from Almeida. That's Zagumny's second kill. I can't remember the first one. I think that's, like you said, only the second time she tried the dump there. Right at the net. Maddie Malone. Second team All-Horizon League last year. She was first team All-Horizon League the year prior in 2021. As that will not get down. Good effort from Sarah Schrader. But Chicago staying with a nice start.
I think they've switched liberos for this 4th set, which is odd. Kara Erdman has put on the black shirt. So a couple lineup changes here from Johnson in this 4th set, which seems weird given that they're the team who just won the most recent set. Why make so many changes?
Well, things were going well, and I mean, that was a nice thing you just picked up on, because they changed it out. No Schrader, it's Erdman instead.
And we saw Erdman get in for a few points at the end of that 3rd set, but I don't think we would have anticipated this kind of switch.
No Goba, Erdman, not the prototypical 6 out there on the floor for Susie Johnson's side. And they certainly haven't played to their liking so far today, but I mean, you think about what they did last time out versus Air Force. They dropped the first 2 sets, but then rattled off 3 sets in a row and won 3-2. Sanders is able to tool the block.
Yeah, maybe it's a process over results sort of situation. Yes, we won that 3rd set, but we haven't played the way we would like to tonight, and so coach decides to make changes even though the 3rd set went in her team's favor.
Erdman, who checked in, does have 68 digs this year. She's got 14 assists as that serve goes long. Now a couple of subs. And Rachel Scott is one of the first, coming right back in, as well as Kaylee Blake.
Blake, who we didn't really see at all in the first 2 sets. Saw her serve quite a bit, though, in set number 3.
Severino gets so high in the middle. When she attacks, it's coming at you from a high vantage point.
Severino 6'3", but plays taller than that.
I don't know what the reach is. If it was like the NBA draft and you had the reach category. As that misses the line. Lagida hasn't had a ton of opportunities.
When Lagida stared down that miss, kind of flicked her ponytail around, and it was interesting. She gave that miss a bit of a stare down. She just mishit it, almost as if she was surprised at how mishit it was.
The flicking of the ponytail, not a move that you nor I have in our tool bag.
No.
As Sanders goes off the top of the block. Back and forth we go, but 7-4 for Chicago State. Sanders, she got subbed out late in that last set. Whitney Barnes came in, but Tony Trivanov going with her here in the 4th set again.
Kadi Goba is back in. Freshman from McWanago, Wisconsin.
A+ on the pronunciation there. Sometimes they can be real tough when you're talking about the Dairy State, as that goes right down the line from Maddie Malone.
I'll credit it to a lot of summers spent in Wisconsin as a kid, and eventually you kind of just understand the pronunciation of towns in Wisconsin.
McWanago. Wauwatosa.
We already had a Menominee Falls reference in this match.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That rolled right across the tape the whole way after Lagida made contact. walking the tightrope as Lagida gets another kill. She's been surpassed by Felice, who had a great last set. Felice has 17 to lead everybody. Lagida's got 14. One player at double figures on the other side is Malone, who's got 10. As Miller joins her right there with her 10.
Yeah, it's very much two contrasting styles. You've got Chicago have a couple go-to people in the attacking phase of the match, and it's by committee, but everything's kind of by committee. The way that Milwaukee operates, that's very much a team effort. And when it's all clicking, it looks really good. But if one or two cogs in the machine aren't turning well, we've seen the effects.
Felice a little bit too much mustard on it this time. And it's 7 serving 8. And Milwaukee comes at you in so many different ways. We've seen a couple players come off the bench probably didn't expect coming in for the first time in this match. Hadn't played in the first 3 sets. As Felice this time
nails the shoe of the line judge.
Yeah, line judge said, well, good job there. You just gotta sit there and take it like you're a ball boy in a tennis match.
Something worth noting, Max,
or
though, about
cameraman, you just got to take it if it's coming your way.
These unusual subs, I think it's worth remembering that this is the last non-conference match for Milwaukee. So if there's a time to try something new, even if it doesn't necessarily help you win this match, this is the last chance for true experimentation, because this match counts a whole lot less for them than the ones coming up.
And you think about, for someone like Katie Gomo, the freshman, 5'4" from Wisconsin Lutheran High School, who has not featured since that September 4th win against Northwestern. Also just valuable time getting out there on the floor as a freshman, because you never know how much you're going to get out there in Horizon League action. Severino right off the block. Miller and Malone. Yanlace Felice. She's nearing 20. She's sitting right on 19 now with the kills.
And hitting over 350 in this match. A really standout performance so far. No matter how this ends up, win or lose for the Cougars, it's been a great night at the office for Yanlace Felice.
Free ball over, dealt with by Severino. Gets it right back, but it's off a block. Oh, a primal roar from Ari Miller. Return to sender.
And best effort there by Lagida to jut out a left foot at that ball, but I'm almost surprised we haven't seen Miller more in the early parts of this set. She was so vital to the Panthers winning set number 3. You would think they would try to run more through her.
Well, she's no doubt going to go down as maybe the best player in program history when her season comes to its conclusion. Calderon got a right hand to that, but couldn't keep it up as Natalie Schmitz is able to tally her 6th kill of the day.
Panthers have found their footing now and even things up at 10 apiece. Cougars need a side out.
They go to Felice. And she gets the job done.
Just powering it off that block for kill number 20 on the evening.
She had 21 her last time out, and that came in 3 sets. Her season high is 23, and she's already nearing that. That's Miller through the middle again. Calderon did not keep it alive. Miller starting to find her groove again. She's only got 1 attacking error to go with those 11 kills now.
Picking her spots well, the veteran.
Been involved in 5 blocks. She's got 3 digs. She's got 1 service ace so far, 2, but that flies out long. Nobody's been able to separate here at set 4. 12-11 in favor of the home side. Trying to pull level at 2 sets apiece. Back set across to Benaby. Severino and Lagida right there.
4th block of the evening for Severino. Well placed on that occasion, and it's a 2-point lead once again. Assistant referee on the far side asking Susie Johnson if she wants a timeout. She says, no, I'll just say a few words from here.
She got about as close to being on the court as possible. Right there next to that sideline. Not assisted play here from the back row, and Felice puts it into the net. We haven't really seen a run yet from either side, so both sides still have their full complement of timeouts in set 4.
This feels a lot like the first set did.
Nobody's been able to put their stamp really here on set 4. A lot of spin on that serve. It was tough to deal with this. Felice coming right after the error. She gets the kill, goes to the near side and finds the line.
Nice mid-air adjustment there by Felice. She lined that back row attack up. Everybody on the Milwaukee side condensed to the middle, and she just dropped it on the line.
Right off the top of the block, Natalie Schmitz. She's had a great set. She's got a great couple of sets in a row here. She's hitting over 250.
Again, Schmitz continuing her very, very efficient evening on the attack.
So Gumney up for Felice. Felice gets her 22nd kill, and Zagumni's going to get her 40th assist of the day.
I hope that Erdman is okay there, because Erdman just took the knee of Kaylee Blake awkwardly to the side of the head.
Tight fourth set here. Chicago State, they're the first of 15 and leading by 2, even though they trail by a set.
Pon en marcha tu futuro en la Universidad Estatal de Chicago con más de 70 programas de grado y certificaciones, numerosas oportunidades de becas y una vida universitaria vibrante. La Universidad Estatal de Chicago es la universidad pública más asequible de la ciudad, con un cuerpo docente diverso y grupos pequeños de alumnos. En la Universidad Estatal de Chicago te brindamos las herramientas que necesitas para triunfar. Visita csu.edu/admissions para saber cómo puedes conseguir gratis la matrícula de tu primer año.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare. With 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty, no bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Coming out of the timeout, Chicago State leads by a deuce. The Outlace Felice having a solid set. Like we said, she's one shy now of a season-high tying 23 kills. But Victoria Zagumny, the freshman from Warsaw, Poland, her season low in assists is 21. She's now got 40 on the day. 3 times this year she's had 50-plus in the first 10 contests. She's closing in on a 5th match in 11 in which she reaches 45 assists.
That's very much an apple doesn't fall far from the tree scenario, as her father is arguably the greatest setter in the history of Polish men's volleyball. So you know where she got that skill from.
Yeah. Don't have to look too far or too hard. Up by 3 now with Julieta Sandez as the server. Big swing there for Maddie Malone, much needed. And Erdman does look to be A-OK after taking that knee.
Yeah, her teammate Blake had slowed up quite a bit. It was just kind of an awkward collision, an awkward low-speed collision.
Sandez. From the middle, there's Miller. Calderon kept it up. Felice able to find Lagida. What an assist. What a nifty hit there to get the kill.
And we've seen that a few times now. Milwaukee putting 2 back row players almost in identical positions in the middle and leaving the corners absolutely wide open, and a substitution now maybe to help alleviate that, as Schrader, who was playing as the libero, subs in to basically double up that position now for the Panthers in the back row.
Yeah, she's switched out now. She's got the white jersey naturally, with the libero jersey being worn by Erdman. There's not a ton of size out there right now for Milwaukee compared to what they've had throughout the night.
Zagumny's insisting that ball hit the line, and she wants a challenge.
Haven't seen a challenge yet so far today.
But I think we might get one here, because she is adamant. The green card is out. We see a nod from Tony Trivanov, and I think we're going to see our first review of the night.
Well, card comes out, and it looks like we will have a challenge on a meaningful
Let's put your ambition in motion.
In the 4th set.
That view is going to be tough.
It was tough to tell live. Malone hits it right into the block. Zagumny pointing immediately. She thought that it went right down on the line.
I think we're watching this in. So here comes the hit to the outside. Zagumny's going to get the block, and where does that? Ooh, that is close.
I'll tell you, this is not obviously a down-the-line shot, but that looks pretty close to landing on the line as it comes back. As things stand, it's out, and Milwaukee has pulled within a deuce again. But if this gets overturned, they go back to 14. Chicago State goes up to 18. These reviews always so crucial, especially late in a match. Chicago State is hoping they can find a definitive angle with that ball right on the line.
Yeah, this is one where I wouldn't be surprised with any outcome, honestly, Max. You could make yourself think from that replay that definitely catches the line, but again, it's all about the single point where the ball makes contact with the floor, not if the ball is hovering above that line when it hits the floor. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we simply get a call here that the call stands because it's inconclusive, because there's not a better look at it.
I think if we had to venture a guess, I think that would be the wisest guess, saying that the call on the floor stands, which would certainly play Susie Johnson. Talked about Zagumny with the 40 assists. She does have a couple of blocks as well, and this would be a third if this is overturned. The offense has stepped up for both sides. I mean, Milwaukee was hitting well below 100 after a couple of sets. They've gotten it up to 200. Chicago State's at 231. They have 14 more kills than Milwaukee does right now. Also seen 21 service errors and 15 service aces combined between the two sides today.
This is a lengthy review at this point. Again, we can only assume they're looking at the same angle we saw.
And this might be a review also, you know, showcasing some trust in one of your freshmen, right? Zagumny points immediately, looks over at Coach Tribanov, says, hey, I think this is in, and trusting her to bring out the card for a review.
And they're going to say it's a point for the Cougars. The signal the referee gave was a tip, but that's the question is, did it hit the floor? I mean, we know that obviously that block came in, but a smart challenge in the end by Tony Tribanov. And again, faith shown in Victoria Zagumny, who was adamant that ball hit the line. And she certainly had a better view than we did.
You go into the challenge up 2, you come out up 4. Big swing in favor of Chicago State with Lagida back to serve. And she gets the ace. Her 4th of the night.
And a fist pump and a timeout. The combination of the successful challenge and the service ace, big boost for the Cougars, looking to force us to a 5th set.
That's tough because that was basically a de facto timeout. The review of that previous call is going to wind up being longer than this timeout is, just in terms of total time. But Milwaukee thought they were within a couple, and now just like that, a review without a point really even being played, right? And then you lose a point, and now you're down 5.
And looking at the two benches right now, things are certainly much more relaxed in the CSU huddle right now. They are probably feeling pretty good about where they're at, but as we look here at the Milwaukee huddle, they got to buckle down. Otherwise, we are into the jeopardy of a 5th set. And at no point in a volleyball match is momentum more important than that 5th frame. This is something Milwaukee knows well. They're coming off a match in which they were down 2-0 and then rolled through 3 sets to take it in 5. And so they know right now that if they can't get this set back under control, they won't be the ones favored to take that 5th set if Chicago continues to play this well. 333 as a team, Chicago heading in this set. 286 for Milwaukee, which isn't too shabby either, but it's been a well-played set. Probably the best played set overall, Max, that we've seen tonight.
I agree. A great volleyball for both sides here. It's set 4. It's a 3-0 run right now for Chicago State.
Guess who?
Didn't get it the first time, gets it the second.
Ari Miller has been much like Yanlis Felice for the Cougars. She's just been that go-to player that when you need a point, when you need someone to step up, the fifth-year grad student, she's the one who is taking that responsibility as this team's leader.
Gumni did a great job throwing a right fist to keep that alive, but it worked its way right back around to Ari Miller again. This time she put it home. As Felice dug out by Erdman. Goes all the way back over. Erdman quick to it again.
And Zagumni tried that quick set there. Didn't work that time.
Erdman's everywhere right now. Malone with a swing.
She's earning that libero shirt out there.
Felice. And it's too deep. Chicago State, the reaction looked incensed a bit at first. I think we might see another challenge. They thought this was tipped on the way through. The card is out, and we will have another challenge.
Tony Trivanov you get to keep that challenge as long as you keep winning them. So they'll take a look here. But, man, what a performance on that point by Kara Erdman. So we look here at the net. Is there a deflection there? That angle is going to be hard. If we can get that low angle we saw last time on the last review, that might be our better look. Because from that angle, I didn't see any noticeable change in spin on the ball. But perpendicular to the play there, we're not going to see much.
Another crucial challenge here at the Jones Convocation Center. Felice goes up. Yeah. Tough to tell any change in spin. Didn't see a finger bend back at all.
Yeah, it's Zen Benaby.
Benaby's hair is pretty close as well.
And so her right hand, I believe, is the question here.
Here's that angle that you were wanting that was so great on the first review.
Ooh, that's the look. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be enough to tell anything, but if they can reverse that back and forth in slow motion there at the review bench, this is going to be the right here. This is going to be the look if there is one.
Benaby's right hand.
And it's just impossible to tell there. The ball is too much of a blur.
This is another one you could reasonably venture a guess might just stand. Very tough to tell from every angle and every speed we've looked at it from.
Although we said that on the last review and we're wrong.
Well, we're often wrong.
Yeah,
so.
Indeed.
That's why we're not down there looking at it.
It's a long discussion going on here.
I mean, we've had basically now 3 de facto timeouts in a very short run of play.
And there's still 3 timeouts on the board available to the two teams if they'd like them. 1 for the Panthers and 2 for the Cougars, who have not used a timeout in this set, although you could argue to your point, Max, that Tony Trivanov has basically taken 2 timeouts in this set. Could get 4 then if he wants them.
This could be another big kick to Milwaukee's chances of taking this 4th set and the match with it. They lost the tight challenge only a matter of minutes ago, and this is another too close maybe to even tell, or you think about the call on the floor looming large. Review is over and no tip, so Milwaukee maintains the point, and this time Tony Trivanov loses the challenge. Josie Johnson to serve for the Panthers. We're looking for win number 8. Looking to move to 8-6 after that 0-4 start. They trail 16-19. Bumped all the way to the near side. And a free ball over.
Nice effort by Schrader.
That was perfectly dealt with and made it really tough on Sarah Schrader.
And again, even though they've basically got a double libero situation out there right now, the Panthers, that back corner, the bottom left of your screen watching at home, has continued to be an area that the Cougars have been able to exploit.
You gotta wonder how many times they've tried this out there on the floor in game play or at practice play with Erdman and Schrader. As Felice diving effort. Erdman got a hand to it, but Felice tallies another kill. That's his season-high 24.
That impact was so strong, that ball almost made it all the way up to our broadcast position.
Chicago State, they could feel a fifth set coming. They're starting to flex back on Milwaukee here in set 4.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University with over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant campus life. Chicago State University is Chicago's #1 most affordable public university with a diverse faculty, small class sizes, and almost 50 student organizations, including NCAA Division I athletics. At Chicago State, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Visit csu.edu/admissions to learn how you can earn your first year of tuition free.
Berenice Almeida to the service line. She's had a great night. 7 kills, only 1 error. She's hitting .600. She's got a service ace to boot. And her side right now up 21-16. Almeida to serve. Savarino with the solo block in the middle. That's her 5th block of the evening.
As the Cougars inch closer to that 5th set.
This has been the most dominant set maybe from either side from start to finish in these first 4. On the slide, Miller. Savarino's there again.
Back to back. How about that, Messalina Savarino?
2 points away from sending us to a 5th set. Perfect body control, great length from the 6'1" senior from the Dominican Republic. I don't know how Schrader kept that up. That was close to a service ace. Savarino this time with the attack and the kill.
3 points in a row for number 3.
Flying high, right through the center. And now set point for Chicago State, up 24-16.
8 of them.
It's turned into the Messalina Savarino show. 2 blocks followed by a kill. What can she do here? Not needed. A service ace for Berenice Almeida, her 2nd of the night. And Chicago State responds again, backs up against the wall, and they take set 4, 25.